What's up, Davis fam? Welcome back to our channel. It's Hunter, your girl, and I'm coming back with another video. Please don't forget to hit that subscribe button. It would mean so much to us. And today I'm just going to be doing a story time for you guys. Something that I thought would be interesting. So, yeah, I'm just going to talk a little bit about that. Okay, so starting off by the title, obviously I'm going to talk about the drug rehab centers, drug and alcohol rehab centers. There's so many of them. I've been to, I think, like 5 different ones. But the one I've been to at least 4 to 5 times, the same one. And then I went to like 4 other ones. Okay. So what happens? Well, my experience, when I would get there, everyone usually gets high that night, and then you go in, and then what happens is the next morning they'll rate you from like 1 to 10, and you have to say how sick you are because you're there to get off stuff. So if you're on alcohol, they use different kind of medications. If you're on heroin or opiates, they'll use Suboxone or Subutex. So yeah, they'll make you say like your symptoms, they'll ask you questions. If you don't score high enough, they won't give you the stuff. Like they won't give you the Suboxone your first dose. So how they do it is they'll take, I think it's like a 5 day detox. So like the first day you'll get 2, then 1.5, then 1, then a half, and then the 5th day you would have nothing. And then after your detox part, you go over to the rehab. So the detox obviously is like the worst part of it, I think. Like it sucks. It really does. But yeah, the detox is the worst part of it. I mean, that's the part that everyone doesn't want to go through, of course. But the way they do it in there, like you do feel kind of sick afterwards, but it's not so bad that like you can't go on. You know what I'm saying? Like you just want to leave. Like it's not that bad. The part that's so crazy is like when you first go to rehab, like my first day I would be there, right? Like I'd be fine because I got high that day. So like I would go in, meet the people that were there, and like by the third one, I was like a pro. Like I already knew what was gonna happen, whether it was a different location or not. Like I just knew. But yeah, like the first day is fine, that night's chill, but like the next morning you wake up, that's when you start having like regrets. Like, why did I come here? Why am I doing this? I don't want to get clean. I can't do this. Like, you just have all these things running through your head. And I mean, there was many of times that first day, like, well, the second day, I guess. The second day always almost broke me. Like, I almost always left because I just wasn't ready. And that's another thing with getting clean. Like, you have to be ready. You're not going to get clean if you're not ready. That's just how it is. And the one rehab that I've been to like 4 to 5 times, Harry was his name. And he was like, I guess like the lead person there. He knew me. Like, he knew like my whole life story by that point because like my parents would come and visit. But yeah, the one time my mom and dad came both at the same time to see me, and I was like, it was so awkward. But of course, they talked to Harry like before I would even come down because like the rehab that I've been to like 4 to 5 times, there was like a little tiny thing in the front, then a big like farmhouse, and then like a little house. So like the girls were all in this house, then over here, well, the girls were in this house, then over here it was like the boys, and then in the front it was the detox part. So like we would all be upstairs waiting and see the girls' house. Upstairs was all of our rooms, but then downstairs was the room that we sat in 24 7. It was where we ate lunch. It was where breakfast, lunch, dinner, we ate there. We did groups there. We did learning. Everything we did was there. And then if you walked outside, the boys smoked over there and the girls smoked over here. So, and at like every rehab, they try to keep the boys and girls separate, but of course, things still happen. Like, I know a lot of things that went down in rehab. Like, it's crazy. And, like, it's so crazy because, like, I'm like 5 years clean, I think, almost 5 maybe. And just the shit I did in rehab, I'm like, oh my God, like, it's just crazy. Like, I got high in rehab, like, maybe 4 out of the 10 times I went. Like, it was just crazy. Like, that's just what addiction does to you. Like, it makes you so just far out there, because now I would never, like, I'm just rambling, but like, it's just so weird how like you become like such a different person. Like, I'm just so different than how I used to be. But I mean, it's a good thing, but yeah, so, and to be honest, I actually liked rehabs. I started getting in this cycle of like every time my PO would say he was going to lock me up, or my parents would say, well, my mom would say that she was going to kick me out, I would jump into rehab because I knew everyone would be happy. Oh, she's trying to get clean. Oh, she's there to get clean. She's going to do it this time. In my head, I'm thinking, I'm just going to make him happy. It's a 30-day bid. In my head, like, it's a 30-day thing that I can do just to make them happy, shut them up, and then I'll get out and do it again. And a lot of people call it an oil change. You're going in for an oil change, because like when you stop doing the drug for 30 days and then go back out and do it, you get so much more effect of that drug than you would if you just would keep doing it, because your tolerance goes higher. So a lot of, like, the people would say, oh, you're just here for an oil change again. And I'm like, no, I really want to get clean this time. Because when I would go, I really would want to get clean. Like, I really would. But then it would just change. And, like, there was times that I would save every bit of money my dad would give me in there just for that day that I got out. I could go right up to my dude. Like, it was just crazy. But yeah, like, I still want to go back and visit Harry to this day, because, like, I left that, like, the last time I left that rehab, I actually walked. Like, me and a bunch of these girls were like, we're leaving, we're gonna go get high, like, we're leaving. So we walked down the street, and we're walking, and Harry's, like, running after us, kind of saying, you guys need to stop, think about this before you do it, like, no, don't go. And then he looks at me, and he's like, so you're gonna end up like your brothers? That's what you want? That's what you want? And I said, whatever, like, no. But we literally got to the gas station and then didn't know what to do. Nobody had money. Nobody could find a ride. So then I had to call my uncle and my dad and say, hey, I left rehab. And I think I told him I got into a fight with this girl and I had to leave. But so they picked me up on the back road. But I don't remember if that was my last rehab or if one of the other ones were. Because I kind of think the other one that was like up in the mountains, I forget the name of it, but that was my last one. Because I literally went to rehab and got out and I used twice. And then I've never used again. So I forget which rehab it was though. But yeah, my life was just so hectic back then. Like, I don't know what was which and which was what. Like, it was crazy. But yeah, rehab, it started, like I said, like, I'm just rambling, but like I said, like, it started being like a cycle thing. Like, it was actually fun, like, because that was the place where I could be clean and like I couldn't really get drugs, even though the rehab that I went to 4 to 5 times, like, pretty much that rehab was the only rehab I got high in, because it was right in the town where I used to get high. And like some dude that was in there even hid his bike in the woods, and at night he'd sneak out, take his bike, gather our money, and go get stuff. And then he'd sneak in the girls' dorm, and then give it to us who all paid. But besides that, like, it felt good to be clean. But then when I would come home, I was still around all the same people. So it didn't change anything. Like, nothing changed out here. I was trying to just change in there. And, like, you can't do that. You can't change in there and not change anything out here. You gotta change both things to become clean. Like, I don't know. But yeah, I don't know. I just thought about talking about this, like explaining to you guys a little bit like how rehab is. Like it's like you don't want to be there, but when you're there, you actually have fun, like you have sober fun as they would say it, but you do activities, you do games. I mean, we even did Zumba or Zumba, whatever that's called. Like an instructor would come in like every other weekend and we would do that Zumba stuff. Like it was fun as hell. But there was so many times in there that I've had so much fun. But then I've also met people in there that like followed me when I came out, and then I would get stuff from them. So it's like you take what you want to take from it. You know what I'm saying? Like if you want to take something bad, you're going to take something bad. If you want to take something good, you're going to take something good. But for me personally, I don't feel rehabs get you clean at all. I feel like if you aren't ready, you can stay in a rehab for 3 years. If you're not ready, you're not ready. Like you have to be ready to quit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Now, yes, a rehab will help you to not withdraw. Yes. But if you're not ready and you go withdraw off the drugs and like they help you, and yes, it's comfortable, like they make you comfortable, when you get out, you're still going to want it. It's not just about the sickness, it's about the mind thing too. Like my mind would just go crazy that I would have to give in because I couldn't control my mind anymore. Like it was making me crazy. But, and another thing too, there's so much talk about trading one drug in for another. I am on Subutex. I am. And a lot of people say, oh, you're trading one drug for another. Like, why didn't you just do it by yourself? Like, I tried. Like I said, like I've been to 10 rehabs. Like, I don't even know. It could be more. Like, that's just what I remember. Like, I've been to a lot of rehabs and I've been to jail twice, not for long, but I've been to jail twice. I've done 2 weeks and then like 2 months. And then I've been to work release for like 3 months. And nothing stopped me. Like nothing. Like I seen my friend almost die in front of my face. Like it didn't stop me. Like I wish it would have, but it didn't. Like there's just that thing that has to click and say, I'm ready to stop. And like, when I went to rehab that last time, I came out, I used twice, literally 2 times. And then it was my appointment to go up and get on the Suboxone. I went up, got my script, and I have been on Suboxone 2 times before. So this is my 3rd time on it. But the difference is the 2 times before, I only got them to sell them. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what I did. Make money to get high. Like, that's what I was. But this time, I was like, I'm going to take them. Like, I'm going to try to get clean. Like, I am sick of it. I'm sick of hurting my family. Like, I just want to get clean. So I came home from rehab. I used twice. Went up to my appointment. Got my Suboxone. And I literally have been taking them ever since that day. I don't abuse them. I take them as prescribed. They go under your tongue. It's just like a medication that someone would need to keep their blood pressure down. That's how I think of it. Like, this keeps my brain focused right. And like, I do want to get off of them someday. Am I scared? A little. But then I'm not, because like, just like them 2 other times I was on Suboxone, it didn't make me quit. So like this time, me taking Suboxone, yes, it helped me, but it didn't make me quit. Like, taking Suboxone isn't a miracle thing. Like, oh, if I take this every day, I'm just gonna quit. No, like, you gotta also want it. So, like, I did most of it. Like, I quit myself a big part of it was me. But then a small, tiny portion was the Suboxone keeping my mind okay. I don't care what people say. Like, I got 2 kids that are the best freaking kids in the world. And if that little tiny pill that I'm taking every day in the morning, if that keeps me from sticking a needle in my arm and doing drugs, then I'm okay. Like, I'm winning. Winning. But yeah, I'm good. And it doesn't get me high. It doesn't make me tired. It doesn't do any of that. Like, I feel normal. Like, I feel normal when I take them. Like, it's not nothing like I can't function. Now, methadone, I have a different perspective on that because I've seen people on methadone that just nod out all day. I don't want to be tired all day. I don't want to nod out all day. I want to be normal. And Suboxone makes me normal. Now, I am on Subutex because when I got pregnant with Ryleigh, which she's 2 now, so 2 years ago, when I got pregnant with Ryleigh, they put me on Subutex. And they never switched me. Like, then I got pregnant with Madison, and then I was breastfeeding her, so I'm still on Subutex. But yeah, so hopefully one day I can work on that as a goal to wean off, but as of right now, I'm okay. Like, I'm just glad that I'm not in that lifestyle anymore, and it's fun to talk about the times, and, like, that's what I'm saying. Like, I want to spread my story out there to make you guys realize, like, I was the worst of the worst, and, like, sometimes I feel like I shouldn't come on here and tell you guys stories, but I want people to know out there, like, I was, like, the worst of the worst. Like, I did bad, dumb shit, and I'm here, like, with my fiance, owning our own home. Yes, it's not a house, but we're working on it. You know what I'm saying? So I just want people to know, like, you can do it, because I remember in rehab when I was in that low, dark place, and they would say, like, you can do it. Like, when you get clean, good things happen. I'm thinking, fuck you. Like, no, they don't. Like, you don't understand. Like, that's what I always thought. Like, I can't live if I'm not high. Like, I can't do it. Like, I just can't. And that's what I always thought. So when they would feed me all their bullshit, what I thought was bullshit, I didn't want to listen. But it's just so weird that it's true. Because as soon as I got clean, so many things started happening. Like, I met Tyler, I got pregnant, like, I had a job. Like, now I don't because I'm a stay-at-home mom, but, like, that too, like, I'm thankful for that. Like, I'm so thankful that I get to be a stay-at-home mom and take care of my kids and not have somebody else raise them while I'm working, There's just so many things, good things that happened once I got clean. But I don't know if you guys believe in God or anything, but there's something up there. I know he's up there because he made a lot happen for me. But yeah, I just wanted to come on here and ramble about rehab and just getting clean. It's just a topic that I care about because it's sad when people are stuck, just like my brother Brandon right now. He's stuck and it's sad, but you just got to try to help him and do what you can do. But yeah, I just wanted to come on here and tell you guys a little bit about my rehab experiences and the Suboxone and all that stuff. I don't even know what I'm going to title this because I feel like I went way off topic. Like, it was just supposed to be about a rehab and then it went on to so many different things. But anyway, I love you guys and thank you for watching. And don't forget to subscribe and like this video if you liked it. And I will see you guys in the next one.